Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Elhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina ve Habibina ve tabbi kulubina ve şefi dunubina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecma'in. Radiyallahu anna ve ankum ve an kâfetil müminin. Rabbena atina min ledunke rahmeten ve hey lena fi emrina raşeda. Fettevratü vel incilu vel zeburu vel furkanu ve suhufu Musa ve İbrahim'e ve kullu kitabin munezzelin ma unzile illa li da'vetil halqi ilal mulki daimil muhalled. So Imam Ghazali says that the Torah, the Bible, the Zebur, the book given to Dawud alayhi salam, Wal Furqan, which is the Quran, wa Suhuf Musa wa Ibrahim, these are not books but suhuf, short pieces of revelation given to Prophet Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, kullu kitabun munazzal, all revealed books from Allah Ta'ala, ma unzila illa li da'watil khalq ila al-mulk ad-da'im al-mukhallad. They were not revealed except with the purpose of calling people to eternal mulk, eternal kingdom, the eternal prosperity, eternal happiness, and the continuous and eternal happiness. So all these revealed books, they have only one purpose, which is calling people, inviting them to al-mulk ad-da'im al-mukhallad, the continuous, the eternal kingdom, power, prosperity, glory. وَالْمُرَادُ مِنْهُمْ أَنْ يَكُونُوا مُلُوكًا فِي الدُّنْيَا وَمُلُوكًا فِي الْآخِرَةِ. And the purpose of those books is to make people kings in this world and kings in the hereafter. أما ملك الدنيا, the kingdom of this world, the mundane kingdom, فبالزهد فيها والقناعة باليسير منها. So the kingdom in this world, or the glory, power in this world, is achieved through zuhd and qana'a. So zuhd means contentment, abstention, or minimal lifestyle, and qana'a also means contentment with whatever you have, whatever you are given. So zuhd and qana'a, qana'a bil yasir, contentment with little that you have. So kingdom in this world depends on having zuhd and qana'a. If you have these two things, you are like king in this world. You are so powerful, you have glory in this world. You are independent, you are free in this world. فَأَمَّا مُلْكُ الْآخِرَةِ, but the kingdom in the hereafter, or the power and prosperity, glory in the hereafter, فَبِالْقُرْبِ مِنَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى بِدَرْكِ فَنَاءِ بَقَاءٍ لَا فَنَاءَ فِيهِ وَعِزٍ لَا دُلَّ فِيهِ وَقُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ أُخْفِيَتْ فِي هَذَا الْعَالَمِ لَا تَعْلَمُهَا نَفْسٌ مِنَ النُّفُوسِ. So the kingdom in the hereafter is by getting closer to Allah Ta'ala, and it brings baqa, yani continuity, eternity, la fana fihi, but there is no end to it. So infinite eternity, infinite continuity without any end to it. وَعِزٍ لَا دُلَّ فِيهِ, and dignity, power without any disgrace with it. وَقُرَّةُ عَيْنٍ, and happiness, أُخْفِيَتْ فِي هَذَا الْعَالَمِ, which is not known in this world. لَا تَعْلَمُهَا نَفْسٌ مِنَ النُّفُوسِ. In this world, nobody knows what kind of joys are there in the hereafter. So there are some unknown, hidden joys in the hereafter as well. So this is the kingdom in the hereafter. So all the revealed books call people to eternal happiness, eternal glory, dignity, power. And this is what Imam Ghazali calls al-mulk, kingdom. So this is the purpose of all the revealed books. But shaitan yad'uhum ila mulk dunya. But shaitan does the opposite. They call them to kingdom, prosperity, wealth in this world alone. Why shaitan does so? لعلمه بأن ملك الآخرة يفوت به. Because shaitan knows that if you run after mulk dunya, you will miss mulk al-akhirah. That's why shaitan insists calling people to mulk dunya. إذ الدنيا والآخرة ضرتان, because this world and the hereafter they are mutually exclusive. You know, they are jealous of each other. They cannot coexist together. You know, they are jealous of each other. ولعلمه بأن الدنيا لا تسلم له أيضا. And also, Shaitan knows that this world is not going to surrender itself to him. So first, he will miss the hereafter. Second, he won't be able to gain this world either. So he will miss both. خسر الدنيا والآخرة. He will miss both of them. ولو كانت تسلم له لكان يحسده أيضا. So even if this world surrenders itself to him, so he becomes successful, you know, in this world, Shaitan will continue becoming jealous of him. You know, Shaitan will try to make him fail in achieving this world either. ولكن ملك الدنيا لا يخلو عن المنازعات والمكدرات وطول الهموم في التدبيرات. However, the mundane kingdom, the kingdom in this world, the prosperity, the happiness in this world, لا يخلو عن المنازعات والمكدرات وطول الهموم في التدبيرات. You know, it is never free from conflicts, from stress, and also long concerns in managing it. You know, so even one is successful in this world, you know, his success is contested. There are conflicts about it, and there are things that makes him sad, upset, and a lot of concerns, a lot of worries, how to manage this wealth in this world. وكذا سائر أسباب الجاه, and the same way all means of high status, you know, high social status and popularity in this world. ثم كما تسلم وتتم الأسباب ينقضي العمر. So there is also, even if like the whole world surrenders to you, and all the means they are under your control, there's an end to this kingdom in this world, because your life comes to an end. So the kingdom in this world is not forever. You know, it has an end. حتى إذا أخذت الأرض زخرفها وزينت وظن أهلها أنهم قادرون عليها أتتها أمرنا ليلا أو نهارا وجعلناها حصيدا كأن لم تغن بالأمس. So Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, حتى إذا أخذت الأرض زخرفها, when the world demonstrates its beauties, وزينت, and it ornamented it gets ornamented, look nice, beautified. وظن أهلها, and the people who reside in this beauty, they start thinking that أنهم قادرون عليها, they have power on it, they have control on it. أتتها أمرنا ليلا أو نهارا, our command reaches to it, to this beautified, attractive wealth, the mundane wealth. Our command reaches to it ليلا أو نهارا, at night or during the daytime. فجعلناها حصيدا, and we make it destroyed. كأن لم تغن بالأمس, as if it did not exist the day before. So this is the glory, this is the kingdom, this is the prosperity, wealth, and power of this world. So it grows and then disappears. فضرب الله تعالى لها مثلا, and Allah Ta'ala gave an example for it. فقال واضرب لهم مثل الحياة الدنيا كماء إن أنزلناه من السماء فاختلط به نبات الأرض فأصبح هشيما تزروه الرياح. Allah Ta'ala says that give them an example to explain how the mundane life is about. So the mundane life is like rain coming down from the sky, and it gets mixed with the plants on the earth. Those plants, they grow, they are green, they are shiny. But then فأصبح هشيما تزروه الرياح. But then soon a time comes, they are dry, and the wind moves them around. They float around with the wind, because this greenery does not last for a long time. So this the life in this world is something like this, like rain coming down, making the plants grow, they become green, they look so nice, but then they go dry, and they fly around with the wind. والزهد في الدنيا لما أن كان ملكا خاضرا حسده الشيطان عليه. So zuhd in this world is a kingdom, so if somebody has this kingdom by practicing zuhd, contentment with the minimum requirements of life, shaitan becomes jealous of him. فَصَدَّهُ عَنْهُ, and shaitan tries to turn him away from zuhd. وَمَعْنَى الزُّهْد, what is the meaning of zuhd? أَنْ يَمْلِكَ الْعَبْدُ شَهْوَتَهُ وَغَضَبَهُ. So the meaning of zuhd is that a person controls his desires and his anger. So if one can control his desires and his anger, he has zuhd. فينقادان لباعث الدين وإشارة الإيمان. So this way, if one controls shahwa and ghadab, they become subjugated to the guidance of religion and guidance of iman. So shahwa and ghadab, they become guided, with religion and with faith. So this is az-zuhd. وهذا ملك بالاستحقاق. So this is the true kingdom. This is the true power. This is the true dignity. هذا ملك بالاستحقاق. You know, verified, proven, kingdom in this world. إذ به يصير صاحبه حرا. This is because the one who practices zuhd subjugates his shahwat and ghadab to the guidance of religion and iman. He becomes free. This is how one becomes free. وباستيلاء الشهوة عليه يصير عبدا لفرجه وبطنه وسائر أعضائه. But if his desires subjugates him, he becomes a slave of his private parts, his stomach, and other limbs. فيكون مسخرا مثل البهيمة. So that person who is enslaved by his desires, he becomes like an animal which is domesticated and subjugated by human beings. مملوكا يستجره زمام الشهوة آخذا بمخنقه إلى حيث يريد ويهوى. So he becomes like a slave led by the shahwa, and the shahwa, takes him wherever it wants. So he becomes the slave of his hedonistic desires. But the freedom is to free yourself from these hedonistic desires and put them under the control of guidance of religion. فما أعظم اغترار الإنسان. How big is the loss of a human being? إذ ظن أنه ينال الملك بأن يصير مملوكا. Because he thinks he will reach kingdom by becoming a slave. وينال الربوبية بأن يصير عبدا. He thinks he will reach the level of lordship, leadership, by becoming a slave. ومثل هذا هل يكون إلا معكوسا في الدنيا منكوسا في الآخرة. And somebody who lives with this illusion, that he will become a king, although he's slave of his desires. So that person, will be a loser in this world and also in the hereafter. He will be a loser in both worlds because he is living under this illusion. He thinks he's free, but he's slaved by his desires. He thinks he's a king, but he's the slave of his shahwa. ولهذا قال بعض الملوك لبعض الزهاد. This is the reason why some kings had a conversation with some zuhad, people who practiced zuhd, contentment with little. هل من حاجة. So the king asks this zahid, do you have any need? فقال كيف أطلب منك حاجة وملكي أعظم من ملكك. How can I ask a need from you? Because my kingdom, my wealth is bigger than your kingdom and your wealth. So he's a poor guy, and this is what he's saying to the king. So the king is very surprised there. So he says, Kaifa, how your mulk, your kingdom, your wealth is bigger, larger than mine. قال من أنت عبده فهو عبد لي. The one who enslaved you is my slave. Uh, uh, the one who enslaved you, the one who uses you as its slave, he is my slave. So basically he's saying your Lord is my slave. فقال كيف ذلك? And this king asks this Zahid Sufi, how? قال أنت عبد لشهوتك وغضبك وفرجك وبطنك. So you are slave of your desires, of your anger, of your private parts, of your stomach. وقد ملكت هؤلاء كلهم فهم عبيد لي. I control all of them. I subjugated all of them. They are all my slaves. So this is the conversation between the king and the Sufi Zahid. فهذا إذن هو الملك في الدنيا. So this is the kingdom, wealth and power in this world. فهو الذي يسوق إلى الملك في الآخرة. So this so the real kingdom in this world is by zuhd and qana'a. And if this is the real mulk in this world, it also leads to kingdom in the hereafter. Okay, so if you have zuhd and qana'a in this world, you are like king. You are very free. You are very independent. And the same way you become king in the hereafter. You have mulk in the hereafter too. فالمنخدعون بغرور الشيطان خسروا الدنيا والآخرة جميعا. But those who are deceived by the tricks of the devil, they are losers in this world and in the hereafter altogether. والذين وفقوا للاستداد على الصراط المستقيم فازوا بالدنيا والآخرة جميعا. But those who are given success by Allah Ta'ala to continue on the straight path, they are the successful ones in this world and in the hereafter altogether. فإذا عرفت الآن معنى الملك والربوبية. So Imam Ghazali until now explained the meaning of mulk and the meaning of ar-rububiyyah. Because human beings, are created. Our soul is created by Allah Ta'ala. Because our soul comes from Allah, we have this desire to have eternity, to have infinity, and we want to have mulk, power, control, glory. These are all signs of the fact that our soul is created by Allah Ta'ala and it's given to us. So our soul carries or reflects those divine qualities. So وَمَعْنَى التَّسْخِيرِ وَالْعُبُودِيَّةِ. And you also understood the meaning of subjugation and servanthood. وَمَدْخَلَ الْغَلَطِ فِي ذَلِكَ. And the point where people go wrong. You understood that one as well. وكيف تعمية الشيطان وتلبيسه. And how shaitan blinds people and how he confuses them. You understood these things. يسهل عليك النزوع عن الملك والجاه والإعراض عنهما. So when you understand these things, then you understand the true meaning of al-mulk, al-rububiyyah, taskhir, ubudiyyah, and how people make mistakes in these issues. So how shaitan blinds people, how he confuses and deceives them. When you learn all these things, then it becomes easy for you. And nuzu' anil mulk, getting out of al-mulk, wal-jah, and popularity. So you can easily abandon running after power in this world, the mundane power. And also you can easily free yourself from running after becoming popular, becoming accepted and appreciated by other people, you know, and you can easily turn away from them because you understood, you know, the meaning of the power and the glory and the wealth in this world. والصبر عند فواتهما, and also it becomes easy for you to have sabr, to have patience, forbearance when you don't have them, when you don't have mulk and jah in this world. Sabr becomes easier for you. إذ تصير بتركهما ملكا في الحال, because you become a king instantly when you abandon these things, the worldly power and worldly status. When you abandon these things, you become instantly a king. وترجو به ملكا في الآخرة, and this kind of kingdom in this world makes you hope for the kingdom in the hereafter as well. ومن كوشف بهذه الأمور بعد أن ألف الجاه وأنس به ورسخت فيه بالعادة مباشرة أسبابه فلا يكفيه في العلاج مجرد العلم بالكشف. So when it becomes clear, uncovered for someone, these issues that we have discussed, after he is really accustomed with the social status, and there is an affinity between him and the social status, ورسخت فيه بالعادة, and his habits became really rooted in him. So knowing these things it wouldn't be enough, to cure himself from attachment to social status, because he's so accustomed to it. He has habits about it. Simple knowledge that these things are not good or these things are valueless is not enough. Simple knowledge. بل لابد أن يضيف إليه عمل. It is necessary for him to add on this knowledge the practice as well. So simple knowledge is not enough. He must put these things in practice as well. So what kind of amal is needed, after knowing that the true meaning of freedom, true meaning of al-mulk, what's needed? So Imam Ghazali says that وَعَمَلُهُ فِي ثَلَاثَةِ أُمُورٍ. So there are three practices that are needed on top of this theoretical knowledge. أحدها, so the first one, أن يهرب عن موضع الجاه. So he should stay away. He should run away from occasions of social status or places of social status, كي لا يشاهد أسبابه, so that he does not see the means of popularity. So he should stay from the places of popularity, so he doesn't see, he doesn't witness the means of gaining popularity. فيعسر عليه الصبر مع الأسباب, because if he's still in those places, he will see the means of popularity, the manifestations of popularity, then it becomes difficult for him to have sabr against them. كما يهرب من غلبته الشهوة عن مشاهدة الصور والمحركة. So the same way, the person who's defeated by his desires, by his shahwa, should stay away from witnessing the occasions that will provoke his desires. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَفْعَلْ هَذَا, and if someone does not do this, فَقَدْ كَفَرَ نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ تَعَالَى فِي سَعَةِ الْأَرْضِ. So he is showing disgracefulness, ungratefulness to the gifts of Allah Ta'ala in making the world very large. So instead of like moving away from the environment where his desire for popularity, his desire for other things are provoked, he's ignoring the gift of Allah Ta'ala in making the world very large. إذ قال تعالى, because Allah Ta'ala says, ألم تكن أرض الله واسعة فتهاجروا فيها. Wasn't the world large enough for them so that they can migrate in it? So it is not an excuse that there is such a context and you cannot move away from it because the world is so large, you can easily move away from it. So that's the first thing, staying away from those environments that may provoke one's desire for popularity and other desirable things. الثاني, so the second amal that you need after knowing the true meaning of mulk and al-hurriya, أن يكلف نفسه في أعماله أفعالا تخالف ما اعتداه. He should force himself in his actions to do things that goes against his habits. So one should try to change his habits. Try to do things that goes against the habits. فيبدل التكلف بالتبذل. For instance, if there is pretension, so he should change this pretension, this takalluf, this tasannu, with showing himself like a humble, humble from showing off to acting in a humble way. وزي الخشمة بزي التواضع. He should also dress he should also change his dress, his clothing from very nice and attractive dress to a simple, modest, humble dress. وكذلك كل هيئة وحال وفعل في مسكن وملبس ومطعم وقيام وقعود كان يعتاده وفاء بمقتضى جاهه. So everything he is used to do in accordance with his social status, whether it is his the way he sits, the way he stands up, the way he eats, the way he dresses up, and his the place where he lives, from his actions, from his states. So he should change all of them. He should change all of them, because these are the things he's doing بمقتضى جاه. Because they are requirements of keeping up his social status. And he is so much in love with this social status. And in order to keep this high social status, he arranges everything he eats, drinks, dresses, lives. So he should change all these things. فينبغي أن يبدلها بنقائدها. So he should replace them with their opposite in order to change his habits. حتى يرسخ باعتياد ذلك ضد ما رسخ فيه من قبل باعتياد ضده. Until the opposite habits becomes rooted, the opposite habits become well established in that person's life. So he should continue doing the opposite of what he used to do to maintain his high social status and popularity. فلا معنى للمعالجة إلا المضادة. So the purpose of treatment is to support the opposite. That's the purpose of al-mu'alaja, the treatment, taking medication to reverse it. والثالث, and the third action, one is required to do أن يراعي في ذلك التلطف والتدريج. So he should do this kindly, softly, and gradually. فلا ينتقل دفعة واحدة إلى الطرف الأقصى من التبذل. So he should not jump at once, from the remotest point to become humble. So this is not a good idea. فإن الطبع نفور, because human nature hates, turns away, ولا يمكن نقله عن أخلاقه إلا بالتدريج. So because human nature may turn away, for this reason, it's not possible to transfer one's morality, one's ethics, except gradually. So this gradual transformation is necessary. فيترك البعض فيسلي نفسه بالبعض. So first, he abandons some of his habits and becomes happy with the remaining ones. So he doesn't abandon 100%. He abandons, let's say, 50%, 70%. So he's happy with what's left. So the abandoning 100% may cause counteraction. It may be counterproductive. ثم إذا اقتنعت نفسه بذلك البعض. So when his nafs becomes content and happy with this little that's remaining, or with the portion that's remaining, ابتدى بترك البعض من ذلك البعض. So he reduces some of that as well. إلى أن يقنع بالبقية, until he becomes happy with whatever is left. وهكذا يفعل شيئا فشيئا. So this is how he moves on, little by little. So let's say first reduces 25%, then another 25%, then another 25%, then 10%. So gradually. إلى أن يقمع تلك الصفات التي رسخت فيه, until all these well-established and rooted qualities are completely removed from him. So this takes some time. وإلى هذا التدريج الإشارة بقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Rasulullah ﷺ pointed out to this gradual transformation in the following hadith. إن هذا الدين متين فوغل فيه برفق. So this religion is very strong. So deal with it with tenderness, with kindness, with softness. لا تباغض إلى نفسك عبادة الله. Don't make your self hate worshipping Allah Ta'ala. Don't make yourself dislike. Don't enjoy worshipping to Allah Ta'ala. فإن المنبت لا أرضا قطع ولا ظهرا أبقى. So because there are many possibilities, many ways of doing things. So you gradually educate yourself, change your habits without instantly forcing yourself, because instantly forcing yourself makes you dislike or don't enjoy those good things. وإليه الإشارة بقوله عليه الصلاة والسلام لا تشادوا هذا الدين فإن من يشاده يغلبه. So Rasulullah said, don't wrestle with this religion. So whoever wrestles with this religion will be defeated. So the metaphoric meaning is that take a gradual step to educate and train yourself, inshallah ta'ala. So we can stop here because now we are moving to a different topic about the tadrij, gradual education, gradual self-transformation. It's a new topic, inshallah ta'ala. Inshallah, we continue next week, bi'iznillah ta'ala. So may Allah help you all practice what we learn, inshallah ta'ala. And jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fi amanillah.
عليكم السلام.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.